everyone, it's Anna, the Nerdy Nordic Stitcher. Welcome back to my channel. I very much appreciate it if you're a new viewer or if you're a returning viewer. If you're new here, I'm Icelandic. Been living in the UK for probably about 15 years now. Married an Englishman, we had some kids, and never went back. What you gonna do? But yeah, I have the channel. I like to talk about my cross-stitch projects. Flosstube is probably in the name. Sorry, I'm rambling. I'm getting very rambly. I'll try not to ramble too much. So I think I'll just dive in. So if you've been following along for a while, I've been using Notion to track my stitching, and I managed to set up a template that shows a lot better what I've been doing, so I'm going to be referring to that. So the first project I'm going to show you today is the End of Green Gables Sal. You did see it last video. I've been working on it last month. I say last month, in April I was working on it. So I decided I would continue working on it in May and get to my target of 2025 stitches, which if you're new here, I'm doing a 25 and 25 challenge. So I pick 25 projects and try and do 2025 stitches on them. Don't know if I'm going to finish that, but it's fun to try. So End of Green Gables Sal, this is what the finished look will be. And this is where we were last month when you saw it. And now we are here. So made quite a bit of progress. I can't quite remember where we were last time, but I think I've done, no, I think I did a fair bit. I've definitely done, like, this bit was all this month. I think I basically worked sort of my way down here, filled in like a bunch of this green here, and then worked my way there, and I stopped there literally at 2025 stitches. So yeah, so we won't be seeing that again this year, which is a bit sad, but at the same time I feel like I'm getting a lot of progress on a lot of different projects, so I'm quite happy with that. So next up is another one of my goals, which is to do one small finish each month. So I've been working on the Brooks Books Advent Animals Stitch Along. I started them technically a year and a half ago. I started a few in December in 2023, and then in May 2024 I did a bunch of starts because I was doing Mania, as in Mania. So I think I did like 14 new starts, and like 13 of those were the Brooks Books Advent Animals. But this month I have finished Dunkin' Dog. That was one that I had done like, I think like 300 stitches max. I hadn't gotten very far with it, but I have finished him. He is here. Isn't he cute? So yes, I'm up to five of these that are finished. So I'm quite happy with that. It's quite good. And so the only other whip that I have worked on is my Mordor piece, which one of my friends who watches will be very happy about. He's been bugging me to work on that. It's his favorite. I don't know why he likes watching this, because he's not a stitcher. He has no interest in that, but apparently he likes watching these videos, so yeah. I will get my Mordor piece out. So this is what it looks like when it will be finished. It's from Mia Stitch on Etsy, and it's a set of 3 patterns. So there's Mordor, Shire, and Rivendell. Shire I have also started, but nowhere near where I'm at with Mordor. And Rivendell I haven't started at all. But it is on my plan this year to work on both of those, to do the 25 and 25 challenge. So I think I've already said where I was last time. Hope so, otherwise I'll stick it in there. But this is where we're at now. That's it. I did quite a bit of, so I'm trying to find a way to hold this up without it like collapsing everywhere. There we go. So I did a bunch of the tower. Funnily enough, this color is actually, or colors in this are actually a bunch of purples. But I guess with color theory, when it's next to all the reds and everything, it looks gray. But it is genuinely, it's purple colors. I think it looks more gray on the camera. You can't really see it. If I look at it closely in real life, I can see it's purple. But when I like stand back and it's against all the reds and everything, it looks gray. So yeah, did a bunch of that. I did a bit down here, and then I went and did a fair bit of red. I think I added some here. I think I closed this together, did some up here and along here, and I started sort of working around over here. You can see it's very sort of like, I think this is 1 or 2 colors here. And I think that's how, well, that is how you get this like really cool gradient, but it does make for a bit of a fiddly stitch, but I love the effect. It's so effective. So yeah, that's where we're at. That's how much stitching. Wait, hang on, I wrote down how much I've done. I've done 1,490 stitches on Mordor this month, since you last saw it. So what else was I'm gonna talk about? Oh yes, I forgot about one thing. I was approached on Instagram by a page called Povitrulia. I'll pop the name up here. Shop. She does like kits and stuff. Cross stitcher. And she asked if I would do a test stitch for her, do a review. I could choose one of her kits and everything, so I said yeah, sure, why not. And the kit I chose is Until the Last Petal Falls. It's a cute little kit. I've started working on it a little bit. So I've done a bit of the rows. You see sort of where it is there. So yeah, it's quite a nice little kit. Comes with everything, like pre-sorted threads. As per usual, it is a bit turned into a bit of chaos because I'm a chaos goblin. But yeah, I quite like it. Just quite a nice little sort of easy-ish beginner kit. It's got instructions, quite clear instructions and everything. So yeah, I quite like that one. Right, so next thing. I fell off the bandwagon slightly in terms of not buying new things. First of all, Need a Lot Designs was having a sale a few weeks back, and there's some there's lots of patterns that she has that I've been wanting to buy for ages, and I ended up deciding to give in, and I bought 3 of them. So Arctic Fox, Book Dragon, and Moon Bunny. They're so cute. I couldn't resist. I love them. They're so cute. So yeah, that's been added to my stash of patterns. I have too many patterns. Anyways, speaking of too many patterns, I also bought my first Bella Filipina. So I've been wanting to buy, Bella Filipina has this series of like princess patterns. I mean, they're not named that, but they're quite obviously like Disney princesses. I don't think that he's done all of them. In fact, I know he's not done all of them, but I think he's still like planning to do most, if not all of them, as far as I'm aware. But there are, I think, about 5 out now, and I want all of them. So yeah, I bought my first one, impulse buy, because I've been wanting it for ages as well. So that is this one, the Mad Tea Party, Alice in Wonderland kind of thing. I love the detail on it. I love the colors, I love the detail. It's beautiful. And last bit of haul is also something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and that is floss drops. I've been wanting to get something sturdier than like the paper bobbins that I've been using, so I bought these. They're quite nice. So there's a slot for, hang on, let me see if I can get just one out. There we go. There's a slot for, you know, your main thread. I'll probably like braid it like I've done previously, and then a smaller hole for, you know, when you've got a bit of thread left over but you can still use it, and then you have like a little slot here where you can put the like paper wrapping with a number on it and everything. So yeah, I bought like 4 packs of 10. They come with this little holder, and they come in these cute little bags as well. So I have 4. I bought them off of Etsy, Embroidery Hoop KS. She seems to be from Ukraine. It took like a couple weeks to arrive. I need to stop saying it's really bad. Really bad, I'm sorry. Yeah, they're quite sturdy. Seem to be quite good quality. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. If I stop throwing them around, that would be good. Right. So one thing I have decided to start doing is something I'm kind of copying from Crafty Gaming Jamie, where she started doing this like kind of notebook page where she sort of goes through everything she's doing sort of hobby-wise, and I thought that was a really good idea because I'm trying to split my time between different hobbies more equally. So I had a lot of fun in Canva, and I made up this little template here. I will put it here. Very pretty. I love the colors. I had a lot of fun making that. So I'm going to start popping in things in there. So you can see I'll put in the stitching that I've already talked about. That's here. And then let's go to books. So I've picked up Audible again. I've had an Audible subscription off and on for a few years, but I've decided to. I signed up for them again last month, and I started listening to Fourth Wing, and I'm really enjoying it. I finished Fourth Wing. I'm on to Iron Flame, which is the second book. I would say, yeah, I would say there was a little dip sort of in the middle of the book where there's quite a big sort of key event that happens, and then sort of the aftermath of that kind of dipped a little bit, but I feel like it's going up again, so hopefully that will continue, and then I can get the third book, which is I think Onyx Storm or something like that, something along those lines. But yeah, quite enjoying that. I've been listening to that in the car and that sort of thing, so it's quite nice. And then gaming wise, I'm going to add in gaming in here. I've been playing Final Fantasy Rebirth, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Final Fantasy VII was like my intro into nerddom. I love that game with all my heart, and so I'm quite enjoying playing the remake games because they've split the original game into 3 different games, which is fine. It's fine. It's fine. but I'm quite enjoying that. And then I've been playing Baldur's Gate. I'm almost finished with, I think I'm almost finished with my first playthrough. If you're not familiar with Baldur's Gate, it's basically D&D in video game format. And so there's lots of choices you can make, there's lots of different paths you can go. You can be, you know, super good and make all the sort of good choices, or you can go evil, or you can go in between. And like, I've started a multiplayer game with two of my D&D friends, and I'm playing what's called the Dark Urge pathway, and even that you can play different ways. So with the Dark Urge, as the name suggests, there you have like dark urges, and right now I'm going to play the resist, or I'm going to try to play a resist dark urge, or dirge as it's commonly referred to as. But I might stick in a little picture of my dirge character. She's very pretty, I like her. But yeah, so I've been playing that, and then literally today I have, well, last night I ordered Assassin's Creed Shadows, and it arrived today, and it's literally, you can see it reflected in my window. It is loading. It is taking forever to load. So sadly, I will not be playing Assassin's Creed tonight, but I definitely will be tomorrow. But, I mean, good for you guys, because otherwise I would not have been filming this tonight. Because I decided, since it's taken forever, I may as well film a Flosstube, because it needed doing. So yeah, what else? Hello everyone, just a quick little clip that I'm going to stitch in somewhere, because I forgot to talk about one more bit of haul. I got this because, so as I think I've mentioned, or will mention, depending on where I stick this into the video, I got Assassin's Creed, the new game, and I had a Amazon gift card voucher for that. But it was up to a certain point, and the game wasn't enough to cover that, and I didn't want to like have it sitting there on my account for ages. And I've been wanting to get this for quite a while, which I say all the time, I want so many things, it's bad. But yeah, so I got this. A Modern Girl's Guide to Granny Squares. Crochet, if you don't, I'm sure most people know that already. But yeah, I'd seen someone doing, let me see if I can find it. Right, I found it. So I'd seen someone doing this one. I'm trying to not show the pattern. This one on TikTok, and I thought it was really cute, and I found out where it's from, and then it has loads of cute little granny squares to do, so I'm quite excited to try this. Yeah, we'll see how that goes, and back to wherever I was. Lastly, Flosstubers. First of all, Maria the Green Stitcher is back. Yay! I love watching her videos. She had a bit of a hiatus. She sadly had, she was coming back from holiday, so she lives in the UK, but she's from Belarus, I think. And I think she'd gone back home a couple months ago. And when they came back, her and her husband, they were stopped at like a service station or something, and someone nicked all the luggage from the car when they were on the way back, including a bunch of her cross stitch, which is just awful. Not just the cross stitch, but just that, I guess you feel like quite a violation, and yeah, not a nice experience. But she posted a video a few weeks ago. She's back into her stitchy bug. Thankfully for her, I'm sure that feels a lot better to be back into something that you love. So yeah, I've quite enjoyed watching what she's been working on. And then there's a new Flosstuber, Joshua from Cross Stitch in Cambria. I've been following him on Instagram for a while now. He's doing the I think it's the Witchy Stitcher tarot cell, the one that's kind of like Lisa Frank-esque tarot card, whatever. It's a really cool, I think it's a stitch along. I think it's still being released, but yeah, he's been working on that. And he has some other really cool patterns that he's been doing. Like he has this like massive dragon one, it's really cool. So yeah, he started his Flosstube recently. I watched his second Flosstube like yesterday or the day before. So he's quite early on in his Flosstube career, but I quite enjoy it. He has some really interesting stories, including some hilarious but slightly scary raccoon stories. And then what was I gonna say? Oh yes, he made a statement in his Flosstube video that he was looking for others doing the tarot cell, and I was going to say Carol Kirsch, I'll link her below because I'm going to mention her in a minute anyway. She's also doing that, but she has done like a color conversion, so her colors are a bit different, so check that out, it's very cool. So yeah, other than that, yeah, I've been watching Carol Kirsch. I need to catch up on her latest one. She did one a few days ago, I think, maybe a week ago. So yeah, I quite enjoy her videos. I also enjoy chatting with her because we've started chatting a little bit. Mostly about Cross Stitch Saga because we both love the Cross Stitch Saga app. It is the best app, the best. But yeah, she has some really cool patterns, and she does a lot of does her own adjustments to things, and I just really enjoy watching what she's done. She's really talented, I think. Then the other usual suspects, shall we say, Crafty Gaming Jamie, I've been keeping up with. Like I mentioned, the little diary thing that she's been doing, I quite enjoy that. I just watched her Monogamous May final video. Go check that out, that was quite fun to watch. And then Nina Hobbysite, I've been watching her latest ones. She's a lovely friend of mine. I also chat with her quite a bit. We have similar lives. We're both foreigners living in a different country. She lives in Norway, she's from the Netherlands. We both have young kids around the same age, and both love cross stitch, so yeah, we like to chat. And her videos are really nice. I like how she structures them. Then Books and Stitches, I also love, and I do chat with every now and then. She's also from the Netherlands. She lives in the Netherlands. She has some really nice, which one does she have? She's got her, what she calls her fairy tale collage. So that's one she's kind of put together herself, They're 9 different patterns, but they're like spaced in 3x3 square so she's quite far through that. She has a 6 the musical pattern, which is quite cool. She has a Make It Pink Hannah Alexander Ariel one. That's quite pretty. Yeah, she has lots of patterns. And she does this thing where she's playing a game where she watches, there's a TV show in the Netherlands that she said is kind of like Traders. And then she stitches based on like who goes home, who plays a token or something or other like that. So yeah, it's quite, even though I'm not watching the show, but it's just fun to follow along with that. And last but not least, Stitchy Moon. She hasn't posted in a while as well. Probably, you know, kids and everything. She also has young kids. But it was lovely to see her. Lovely to see the progress that she's been making. I always love watching her videos, if nothing else for the view, because she lives in Norway and she has an amazing view from her sitting room. I'm assuming it's her sitting room, I can't really see where it is. But the view out the window is just, you can see just like the mountains and the fjord and everything, and it's stunning. Yeah, I think that's it. I hope I haven't blathered on too long. We'll see, but I hope you guys like it. And I'll see you again next month. Bye!